You know, I was talking to my neighbor Helen the other day and she said something that stuck with me. She laughed and said, "Some days I walk into a room and forget why I'm there faster than my coffee gets cold." Sound familiar? Pauses, nodding. If you've ever felt like your thoughts aren't as quick as they used to be, or that mental fog just won't lift, here's the good news. It's not just part of getting older. In fact, what you put on your plate could be the key to keeping your mind sharp, vibrant, and ready for whatever life throws at you. Today we're diving into the 5 nutrients your brain absolutely loves after 60, and how you can easily weave them into your meals. No complicated diets, no expensive supplements. Just real, delicious food that works as hard for your brain as you do. Let's start with the first 2. First up, omega-3 fatty acids. Think of these as your brain's rust-proofing crew. They protect your brain cells from wear and tear, keep communication between neurons smooth, and even help lift your mood. Studies show folks with higher omega-3 levels tend to have better focus and memory, and who doesn't want that? Now, you don't need to eat salmon every single day to get these benefits. Winks. Though a nice grilled flit with lemon is delicious, try adding walnuts to your morning oatmeal, or mash some sardines onto whole grain toast. Even a tablespoon of flaxseed in your smoothie works. Small changes, big impact. Next, let's talk about the B vitamins, specifically B6, B9, that's folate, and B12. These are like your brain's cheerleaders, waving their pom-poms to keep your energy up and your nerves healthy. But here's the catch. As we age, absorbing B12 gets trickier, and a shortage can leave you feeling foggy, tired, or even a little blue. Here's a pro tip. Pair B12-rich foods like eggs or lean meats with a splash of vitamin C, think bell peppers or a squeeze of orange, to boost absorption. Love a hearty salad? Toss in some spinach, hello, folate. And a handful of chickpeas for B6. It's like a symphony of goodness for your brain. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Can a few tweaks to my meals really make that much difference? Let me tell you about my friend Jim. At 68, he started adding omega-3s and B vitamins to his diet. Simple stuff like swapping mayo for avocado on his sandwich and snacking on almonds. Within weeks, he said he felt like he'd found the light switch for his brain again. Your brain's been with you through decades of adventures, laughter, and learning. Doesn't it deserve a little love? Start with these 2 nutrients, and before you know it, you might just surprise yourself with how quick and clear your thoughts feel. And guess what? We're only just getting started. There's more deliciousness ahead, so grab a glass of water, maybe a handful of those walnuts, and let's keep this conversation going. Imagine your brain as a bustling little city, with millions of messages zipping around like cars on a highway. Now, what happens if there's a traffic jam? Pauses, raising an eyebrow. That's where our next brain-loving nutrient comes in, antioxidants. These are like the friendly crossing guards of your mind, directing traffic and keeping things running smoothly. But instead of neon vests, they're armed with bright colors. Think deep purple blueberries, ruby red strawberries, or that dark chocolate you've been eyeing in the pantry. Antioxidants fight off the everyday wear and tear that can cloud your thinking. They protect your brain cells from damage, almost like rust-proofing a classic car. And the best part? You don't need a fancy supplement. A handful of walnuts, a square of dark chocolate, or even a cup of steamed kale can do the trick. My cousin Martha started adding a rainbow plate to her dinners, bell peppers, spinach, beets, and she swears her crossword puzzles got easier within a month. Here's a fun tip. Spices count too. Turmeric, cinnamon, even a pinch of cloves, they're packed with antioxidants. Stir them into soups, smoothies, or your morning coffee. It's like giving your brain a cozy blanket of protection. Now, let's talk about something we often forget we can eat, vitamin D. They call it the sunshine vitamin for a reason, right? But here's the thing. As we get older, our skin isn't as good at making vitamin D from sunlight. And low levels? They've been linked to that sluggish, foggy feeling we all want to avoid. Fatty fish like mackerel or sardines are superstars here, but if seafood isn't your thing, no worries. Try fortified cereals or a creamy mushroom omelet. Even a walk around the block with your sleeves rolled up helps. My buddy Frank started grilling salmon twice a week and taking his morning coffee on the porch. He told me, I don't just feel brighter, I feel like I've got my groove back. Think of vitamin D as your brain's mood ring. When levels are up, your mind feels clearer, lighter, ready to tackle the day. Pair it with a little healthy fat, like avocado or olive oil, to help your body soak it all in. Oh, and if you're curious about your levels, a quick chat with your doctor can work wonders. Now, I know change can feel overwhelming, but remember, Helen, Jim, Martha, Frank, they're just ordinary folks like you and me. They didn't overhaul their lives overnight. They started small, a berry here, a sunny walk there. And bit by bit, those choices added up. Your brain's been busy your whole life. Why not return the favor? With antioxidants and vitamin D, you're not just feeding your body. You're giving your mind the tools it needs to thrive. And the best part? We've got one more game changer to explore. A nutrient so simple you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. So pour yourself another cups and let's keep this journey going. You know, I've always loved the saying, the best gifts come in small packages. And when it comes to feeding your brain, that couldn't be truer. We've talked about omega-3s, B vitamins, antioxidants, and sunshine's best friend, vitamin D. But there's one last nutrient that's so humble, so quietly powerful, it's easy to overlook: magnesium. Think of it as your brain's relaxation mineral. It helps calm those racing thoughts, supports deep sleep, and even keeps your nerves humming along smoothly. And guess what? After 60, your body craves it more than ever. Leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard are magnesium gold mines. So are almonds, cashews, and even dark chocolate. Yes, another excuse to enjoy a square or two. But here's the kicker. Stress, caffeine, or even certain medications can drain your magnesium levels without you realizing it. That's why filling your plate with these foods isn't just a nice idea. It's a lifeline for your brain. Let me tell you about my sister-in-law, Joan. She'd been struggling with restless nights and that wired but tired feeling for months. Then her doctor suggested adding more magnesium-rich foods. She started tossing a handful of spinach into her morning eggs, snacking on roasted pumpkin seeds, and swapping her afternoon cookie for a piece of dark chocolate. Within a few weeks, she said she slept like she was 30 again, and woke up feeling like her thoughts were polished and ready to go. Now, I don't want you to walk away feeling like you need to memorize a grocery list. It's simpler than that. Start with one meal. Maybe toss some kale into your soup, swap white rice for quinoa, or add a banana to your morning routine. Small steps add up. And here's a secret. Your brain loves consistency more than perfection. Let's take a breath and look at the big picture. After 60, your brain isn't slowing down, it's refining. It's choosing what to focus on, what to cherish. And by giving it these 5 nutrients, omega-3s, B vitamins, antioxidants, vitamin D, and magnesium, you're not just fighting fog or forgetfulness. You're giving yourself the gift of clarity, curiosity, and calm. You're saying, I've got places to be, stories to tell, and I'm not done yet. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried adding any of these foods to your meals? Did you notice a difference? Drop a comment below. We're all in this together, learning and growing. And if this resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe to the Our channel. We've got plenty more chats like this coming your way because aging isn't about slowing down, it's about stepping into your power. Here's to you, to sharp minds, full hearts, and the joy of savoring every bite of life. Thanks for sitting with me today. Until next time, keep shining and shining.